Hello and welcome to Business Reporter's Digital Economy campaign. Artificial intelligence has worked its way deeper and deeper into our lives over the past decade. But despite its ubiquity, many people remain unaware of the fact that they use it in so many daily activities: online shopping, public transport, banking. One area in which AI is making a bigger impact is business administration. But it's also making its mark in a perhaps less obvious domain: invoicing and procurement. Any finance person will understand how frustrating it is to be constantly chasing invoices. So, how can AI help the process? And can it be rendered accessible even to those who consider themselves adverse to new technology? Good morning, Sammy.
Good morning.
Now, every business knows the pain of chasing invoices. Why is it so onerous, and what are the range of technologies available today to assist?
So, as we know, every company has to process their invoices and pay their bills, and there may be millions of those. There may be suppliers sending you invoices in multiple different formats, in Excels, PDFs, electronic. On top of that, the suppliers may be calling your AP department asking for the statuses of the invoices, where they are. I would also say that with pandemics, we have learned that the cash agility and visibility has been becoming like even more important and crucial for the companies. So all of this is very crucial, and with millions of invoices potentially running in the process, you really need to be on top of the situation all the time, and that's often difficult. Luckily, there are many good solutions available out there to help you with these processes, and many companies have been able to automate their invoice processes to a certain extent. But I think there's still plenty of room for further improvement.
So where does AI come in? How can it help?
Traditionally, these processes have been automated by business rules and configurations that define how and when the invoices and other transactions should be automated, and that's all good. However, with AI, you can take it even further. You are able to augment the existing automation with AI-based solutions, but at the same time, you are also able to get rid of some of the manual configurations and the business rule management, which then drives further efficiencies. The benefits of AI are certainly not limited to automation, but AI is an extremely useful tool to help you in the decision making. As we all know, we are busy, we don't have time to analyze the information too much and draw conclusions based on that. But then again, AI, it can process millions of transactions in just seconds and then point out if there is something really interesting and worth your attention.
Now, not everyone understands how AI works. Should it be something we fear or embrace?
So AI is definitely here to help us. It's making our lives, much easier because it can handle some of the trivial and manual tasks, and then you are able to free up more time for more meaningful work. It does not mean that you need to give the full power to AI. That's not the case. So eventually AI has to be a servant and not a master. So AI can help you to do the right thing. It can predict what's going to happen, but eventually you as a human, you are still always in control. And it does not need to be any sort of too complicated. I mean, some people feel that AI is super complex and super difficult to understand. Pragmatic example would be the late payments. I mean, every company is dealing with that. Invoices are paid late, and that is having a negative impact to your supplier relationships. With AI, you can very easily prevent that from happening because you can feed invoices to machine learning algorithm, and machines are really good in recognizing very rapidly what are the characteristics or patterns of those invoices that you typically pay late. And then that information can be used to help you to understand and recognize which invoices you should, for example, take to fast lane to process them in a timely manner and then eventually pay early. So it doesn't need to be anything more complex than that.
How can Basware's AI-driven products actually help with invoicing and procurement?
So Basware has processed billions of transactions over time. So we have a really enormous data asset in our hands. We want to use that data to help our customers to increase the automation, to improve the usability of these solutions, because eventually everybody in the company has to be able to be part of these processes. And we are helping decision makers by providing insights, smart recommendations, and help them to do the right thing. The AI may be able to warn you that you are about to fall short in liquidity with certain currency, for example, and then you have enough time to mitigate that from happening.
So what improvements can companies who use AI-powered products expect to see in the short, medium, and for that matter, long term?
In the short and mid-term, we will certainly see AI dominating the financial processes and the related software. So there will be more use cases, more applications where AI is used to drive even further automation and further savings. When going forward in the long run, I think one of the really intriguing developments will be seen in how AI can combine all the external data, all the information out there in the internet, for example, with the information available within the business processes and business solutions of companies. Obviously, any human cannot analyze all the information out there. We need AI to look at that information everywhere, analyze it, and then combine that with your internal data within your systems, and then draw interesting conclusions, predictions, recommendations based on that. So I think that is really interesting development we will be seeing when going forward.
Well, that's been really, really interesting. Sami Peltonen from Basware, thank you very much indeed for joining us today.
Thank you.